Brave boys and bold girls of the Bible, young hearts that trusted God when the sun rose over Israel in ancient days. Its light didn't fall only on mighty warriors and wise prophets. It also shone on young boys and girls whose courage reshaped history. Their names weren't always famous, and their sizes were often small, but their trust in God made them stand taller than kings. David. The boy who believed bigger David wasn't old enough to be in the army. He didn't wear armor or swing a sword. He carried a shepherd's staff, a sling, and the simple confidence that God was with him. When he stood before Goliath, the giant towered like a mountain, but David's faith didn't shake. "The battle is the Lord's," he declared. One stone, one moment of trust, and the giant fell. David proved that age doesn't measure bravery, faith does. Miriam, the girl who watched and waited. Miriam was just a young girl when Pharaoh hunted Hebrew babies. She hid her little brother Moses in a basket among the reeds. Instead of running away, she stayed close, watching the river and praying for God's protection. When Pharaoh's daughter found the baby, Miriam stepped forward with boldness beyond her years. "Shall I find a nurse for the child?" she asked. Her quick courage saved a future leader and opened the first door in God's rescue plan. Samuel. The boy who listened in the dark. The tabernacle was silent at night. The lamp flickered, the air cooled, and young Samuel lay on his mat. When a voice called his name, he jumped up and ran to Eli. After the third time, he understood it was God speaking. In a world where many ignored God, Samuel answered with a simple sentence that reshaped his life. "Speak, Lord, your servant is listening." He grew into a prophet who heard God clearly because he learned to listen early. The servant girl who spoke up far from home, captured and living in a foreign land. A young Israelite girl served in the house of Naaman, a powerful commander. She had every reason to stay silent. But compassion pushed her to speak. "My master would be healed if he met the prophet in Israel," she said. Her quiet suggestion sent Naaman on the journey that healed his body and humbled his heart. Courage doesn't always roar, sometimes it whispers truth at the right moment. Josiah. The boy king, with a brave heart, Josiah became king. At 8 years old, an age when most boys are learning responsibility, not ruling nations. Yet when God's forgotten law was discovered, the young king didn't shrink from change. He tore down idols, rebuilt worship, and led a whole nation back to God. He showed that leadership isn't about age or experience. It's about choosing what's right even when it demands everything. The boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish, when thousands followed Jesus into the hills. A boy's small lunch became the spark for a miracle. He could have kept it hidden or slipped away. Instead, he placed it in Jesus' hands. 5 loaves, 2 fish. A simple offering. From that gift, a crowd was fed and hope multiplied beyond counting. Trusting God often starts with surrendering what little you have. Conclusion. Young faith, big impact. The Bible doesn't treat young people as side characters. It shows them as essential parts of God's story. David faced a giant. Miriam protected a baby. Samuel listened in the night. A servant girl spoke hope. Josiah reformed a nation. A boy shared his lunch. Their ages were small, but their trust in God was immense. And because they believed, the world changed. Great faith can grow in young hearts, and one act of courage can still echo through generations.